Hey everybody, welcome back to the Patreon Q&A. So yes, I'm shaved. I shaved and I had a haircut and I feel like a spring lamb, all shorn and stuff. But yes, questions we might as well wire right into those. So first question of the day by Christopher. He asks, what is your favourite food? And then in brackets says, beer doesn't count, with a sticky out tongue face. I don't know then. I mean, that's a hard question. Obviously, I'm partial to pizza. Pizza's good. Pizza's very good. I think pizza's the only right answer to this question. If beer isn't allowed, then pizza's probably the next best thing. But beer and pizza go very well hand in hand. Like literally one in one hand and one in the other. So yeah, I'd say pizza. Toppings. Pepperoni, maybe? I don't know. Cheese. I like proper traditional pizzas, like proper wood-fired oven. Bit of mozzarella, your tomato sauce, basil, wire it in, olive oil. Could eat that all day, very good. Other than that, I don't really know. Burgers are good, just general kind of junk food that you eat when you're drunk. My dad makes a very good steak, I'm a big fan of steak. That's a difficult question. Being brought up in a house where my dad's a chef and stuff, it's very difficult to say what my favourite food is because we've always had such a variety of different things to eat. Namely things with faces. He's quite an old school chef. He's like, if it doesn't have a face, then it's classed as a vegetable. And you only have that as a side. So yeah, pizza. We'll go with pizza. Although beer would be preferable. Onwards, Ian asks, what was your first game you can remember sinking more than 100 hours into? I honestly have no idea. I'd probably say, just based purely on the fact that I didn't have anything else at the time, it would have been probably like Mario 3 or something back on the old Nintendo. Well, I think I've still got my Nintendo in here. At the very least I've still got Mario 3 sitting here. This game here, conveniently, as I just ripped my cupboards apart, this one here, I keep all this close to me. Mario 3, probably one of the games, this is my original one that I had when I was 3 years old? 4 years old? Just a little baby, back in the 80s. Yeah, Mario 3. Played the shit out of this when I was younger. I'd say that's probably one of the first, although I wasn't thinking at the time that's me investing hours into it. It's just like, it was one of the only games that I had that was good. Recently, the great influx of indie games of like 2008 onwards, I'd say probably like 2010 I spent a lot of time playing Super Meat Boy, then in 2012 Terraria, and you know, those kind of games as well recently. And maybe Stalker. I've spent a lot of time playing that. It's very... I've just basically avoided every question so far. I've just given like 500 answers. I hope you can appreciate that. But yeah, Mario 3 will be my like standard answer, I guess. Onwards. So Austin asks, how long have you been living in Glasgow? And he's also got a second part. He says, and your favourite genre of game. Been in Glasgow for 25 years? 26? When I was I'm just thinking, like, I don't want to give away too much. I don't want to tell you how old I am. I've been keeping that on the sly for a long time. People have a rough idea, but I'm not giving them the full information. So when I was younger, because of my dad's job down in England, my mum had to move from up here down to England, and I was like living there for a couple of years. Then we came up to Glasgow, so I've been here for like 26 years now, give or take. Long enough to be basically fully Glaswegian, I'd say. And favourite genre of game? It's a tough question. I like lots of different genres of games. I prefer... It's the same way with music. I don't like to like kind of limit myself to one particular style. I'd say over time, the games that I've enjoyed the most have probably been platformers. That doesn't really count as a genre though. I don't know. We'll go roguelike, light-esque. Anything with random generation nowadays kind of gets my jollies going. So onwards to the next question. Zachary asks, what is the most memorable game you ever played? The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. And I remember when I got that the Christmas it was released in like 90... Was it 98 it was released, or 96? I can never remember. Whenever that was released, I got it that Christmas, and it changed everything about how I looked at video games. It was just like completely mind-blowingly brilliant. And ever since, it's kind of left a big impact on me. Like, the music in it was fantastic. For a long time, and I spoke to someone maybe last year about this, I played right the way through to the end of the game, and I knew it was the end of the game, and I refused to complete the game for ages, because I didn't want it to finish. I didn't want it to ever end. I was just kind of sad when I came to the end and completed it. It was like, that's the game done. Sad times. But yeah, Ocarina of Time, probably the most memorable game I've played, just because it's the one that's ingrained the most joyous memories of video games in my brain, I'd say. Or Postal. Postal's a stupid game. Postal reminds me of, like, foraying into the weirdness of PC gaming as well. Postal was just generally kind of fucked up. In a good way. When I was younger, that was just, like, kind of crazy. And Zachary also asks, also, where did you learn to act so human, you synthetic? I don't know. Observing mankind, humankind, in the pub over the last 25 years has taught me. I mean, I've not been in the pub for 25. Well, maybe I have. I'm synthetic. They made me in 1970. And I've been a robot. I've been this age the whole time. I've never aged or got younger or anything. I've just stayed this age. And just by being in pubs, I've learned how to act like a human. Drinking pints of beer and stuff. That's how we do, I think. And finally, Mina asks, what made you decide to do Let's Plays on YouTubes, and how did you decide which games to cover now? Good question. So, originally back in the day, like a year ago, when Spelunky was coming out on PC, on a forum that I used a lot, a couple of us wanted to do the daily challenges and kind of compare our daily challenges, have a little bit of like healthy competition. So I was making these videos, putting them on YouTube, uploading them, then showing them in the forum. I was one of the only ones that was doing commentary on them at the time, and I think it was the first run that I beat. What's he called again? Big gold head guy. I've got a memory like a fucking sieve. Big gold head guy. First time I beat him, I was very enthusiastic about it, and I put it on Reddit. I was just like, this is like the greatest achievement I've had in gaming. And I started to get followers, or subscribers, and they were like, this is good video and stuff like that. And I was like, maybe I could do more of this and just continue to do it. And then it just kind of picked up from there until about October of last year or November, when somebody found my Nuclear Throne videos. I had done like 10 or something at the time, and sent them to Rami and JW, and at which point they started retweeting them, and then it just kind of snowballed from there, which was fun. How did I decide which games to cover now? Whatever I like the look of. I tried to play, namely, games that I enjoy playing. If I find a game that I'll start playing and I don't enjoy it, I'll end up stop playing it like pretty quickly. Mostly it's just games that I enjoy playing. I'll get like maybe a review code sent over, I'll play it for a bit, and then I'll be like, this is cool, I'll play some more of it. Or, you know, just generally what I would like to play in my own time. It's better doing it if I'm doing games that I enjoy. It means that I'll do them for longer, rather than picking something that people might enjoy in general, which I don't really want to do. I want to do what I want to do, rather than what everyone else wants me to do. You might have noticed that already. But yeah, just generally games that I would play in my own time are the games that I want to cover. So yeah, so that's that for the questions for today. Just a big thank you to everyone that supports on Patreon. It's a huge thing to support me, and I really appreciate it. It's fantastic. And yeah, just continuing on with more videos. There should be some more Nuclear Throne tonight, because I'm working at my dad's again, so that'll have to wait till after, and possibly some other stuff. But yes, thank you for supporting, thank you for watching, I love you all, goodbye.
I wonder.
Sweating insects! I wonder.
Job done. Give me a quest.
We hunger for vengeance.
Failed. Sorry that happened.
What to do?
You've got to be kidding me!
Well played.